I think we're live. We live, everyone.
Ain't but two agendas.
Yeah, so, welcome everyone to this stream. This was supposed to be a normal stream about the current state of the race, how Trump, it seemed like, was gaining momentum in New York.
Oh, well, North Carolina, now North Carolina, we don't know. I mean, we're not going to lose North Carolina, but damn, how many points is this going to be affected by?
Yeah,
but before we stream everybody.
Well,
you know what? This is going to screw us over down ballot, definitely, but I think Trump's still going to win this.
And Bishop Cooks.
All right, now before we continue, guys, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow social media accounts in the description down below, and you know what Tyrone usually says, join the channel, just $1 a month.
Literally $1 a month, guys.
And of course, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or just want to support the channel even further, the best way is to send super chats via the chat. Again, I'll read through as much chat as possible, and already we got a couple. The Voices for Two, Moral of the Story, Never Goon. Yeah. That's
so true.
American
Saint Paul the Apostle's teachings on resisting lust, always perennially fucking vindicated.
All right, American Nerd for 5. Rap with L is going on North Carolina. Is Mark Robinson really dropping out of the governor's race? What was the story about him that got? Listen, we can't say not. Okay, I'm not
going to go into specifics, but trust me, Rap, I know what I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into specifics, but Mark Robinson is a massive pervert. He was involved in an NSFW black focused NSFW forum board. Apparently cheated on his wife and said a bunch of other very nasty things that, like a generic sex scandal. That's not that bad.
It's way worse.
This is not a generic sex scandal. This is probably the worst sex scandal we've ever seen in the history of this country. Right. In terms of the actual contents of what happened.
We have Prince Ryder in chat.
Holy shit, dude's a fucking freak.
Okay, we got the guy from Prince Ryder for 5. From what I've heard, the North Carolina GOP and the Trump campaign are still behind Mark, with the North Carolina chairman just saying this is Mark's Access Hollywood moment. I'm sorry, you gotta get rid of Robinson.
I doubt that.
I'm sorry, you gotta get rid of Robinson. I mean, listen. I defended him for all this time because
this isn't Access Hollywood, okay? Access Hollywood was one.
This is worse than Access Hollywood.
Access Hollywood literally couldn't be proven. It was shady from the start.
Yeah, I mean that was very.
I've seen only one piece of evidence to suggest this could all be fake, and it was one comment about the Second Amendment saying it was sent 2 seconds ago. That was suspicious. But you could literally look this website up and find the comments for yourself.
Yeah, so it could all be bullshit. That's a possibility, but
if they're bullshit, then if this is bullshit, we need to talk about the fact that this is going to completely change the nature of scandals going forward. And
because of this
misinformation to the media. Because if Josh Stein is abusing his position,
he is. I mean, let's be clear.
General,
that's what he's abusing his powers. Let's stop pretending that's what he's doing here.
That doesn't excuse this stuff, though. Our elected officials that we nominate should not be speaking this way on boards. This does not. I don't care if Josh Stein got the information by. It's like no.
No one's fucking defending that, Luke, dude. Come on.
I'm just making the point.
Let's see here.
Yeah, no,
that's Shane. Can you hear me?
So we hear you. So here's my thing, right? I am 100% willing to believe Mark Robinson is a changed individual, and this, he's spoken extensively about being a born-again Christian. I am 100% willing to believe that this is all before he became a born-again follower of Christ, and that he doesn't mean any of this, but, this is still incredibly bad.
All right, we got a bunch of super chats to read through. Chat's going nuts tonight. Holy crap! Josh Hawley stand for 5. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
That don't know, everyone put F's in chat for
Mark Robinson,
formerly known as Mark Robinson Stan.
Yeah,
currently known as.
I don't know. Josh Hawley Stan was actually Mark Robinson Stan. He's a great guy. I mean, that sucks. You're Mark Robinson Stan. You have to change your name. Oh God,
that's sad.
All right.
I think I remember DMing him about it, after we heard the first reports, hours before the story actually broke. I think he didn't actually get back to me until after he tweeted about rebranding.
Yeah. All right. Superior Carolina for 10. I'm a North Carolinian, and I'm pissed off about the whole situation. Why do
South Carolina's better.
Why do us Republicans still nominate Schizo? It's not voting for him, period. We'll have a majority in the legislature, we'll be fine. Well, again, like, I don't think he's going to be in there for much longer. I don't know. I mean...
Didn't he clear out his office or something?
I don't believe it. I have reports from a freaking Newswire, so can't really trust that. Cherokee Bear for 2. I see down ballot in North Carolina like in 2016. Timothy Finch for 5. Morning Console having Cruz losing should be the final nail in the coffin for their credit. Oh, yeah. That's, I mean, the fact is that's not even like the 3rd biggest story of today.
I would like to congratulate P. Diddy on being upstood on biggest pervert of the month.
Oh
His
God.
life is in danger, dude. Did you see that from Drama Alert? His life is in danger. We have to...
Real low. All right, Prince Ryder for 5. Unlike Democrats, we honor our voters, and our voters chose Mark Robinson for governor. Email I got when it dropped. But, like, you're talking about, if this is real and this is confirmed, like, there's a possibility this is bullshit. I'm not denying that. The Democratic Party, we know they will do stuff like this. But, like, if it's real and we can prove this, how can you go forward with Robinson? You're talking about that killing Dan Bishop. I'm sorry, but it's true. And I think Dan Bishop could still win, but, like
not just Bishop, but it's like also Wetterman. It's Michelle Morrow.
Yeah.
It's even like the current super majority in the legislature. Like, we probably still have the majority, but I don't think it would be veto proof. So Stein basically would kind of have free reign.
Object Clay's Cater, or hold on. Mr. Nugget has joined the channel. Welcome so much, good sir. American Nerd for 2. We are so screwed in North Carolina. Don't say that. For the governorship, I think we are, but... Object Clay's Cater for 5. French president officially impeached and accepted to be voted on. It probably won't pass, but Macron is failing soon. What a dumbass. Why do you make a deal with them? Why did you try to back the communists?
You know, people resigning. Did you guys see that Justin Trudeau is done stepping down?
Done. He's done. American Hill Politics for 2. As someone close to the North Carolina GOP, everyone wants him out. I'm hearing conflicting things. I'm hearing from some people that they want to keep, they're going to ride with him. Others want him out. American Nerd for 3. Hope that Dan Bishop still wins the North Carolina Attorney General race. I still think he can. I absolutely think he can.
The Attorney General race at this point is the most important one to win here.
Caleb Arbor for 10. Which will be more red in 10 years? Georgia or Pennsylvania/Michigan? To be determined, I'll say. To be determined. Superior Carolina for 2. Get him the F out of this race ASAP. Well, we got till what, midnight? Is that the time limit?
Yeah, midnight.
So,
or for your central time, folks, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, so we are at 11 p.m. Central Time. That's basically when we gotta get rid of him by, if we get rid of him.
So they basically have like 5 and a half.
Again, this is a very risky thing. Do you really risk it with Robinson? I mean,
well, but the issue is like his name is still going to be on the ballot anyways. It's too late to take him off.
And that's a problem. Yeah. It's like you can replace. I hope you could get like Mark Walker in there, but yeah, they can't take his name off the ballot. So it's like, how do you do?
Yeah, so the ballots are basically all printed. So.
All right, Princess Ryder for 5. We lost a governorship in 2020 by 4, won everything else. You're overreactive if you think this sinks everyone else, especially Trump. Oh, I'm not saying it will, but like, you don't want to lose by like some crazy margin.
No, it's not going to sink the presidential, but it definitely could stop us from getting a supermajority in the state assembly and the and like people like Dan Bishop from winning the attorney general's race. So it's going to have. Yeah,
I mean, like I'm not
reverse coattails don't exist, so we'll be good on that front. But we got to worry about the down ballot effects.
Because if your governor candidate loses by like 10 or whatever, especially North Carolina, I mean that's not good. Again, it's possible that if there's enough ticket splitting, maybe people think, oh, Mark Roberts is just the one schizophrenic. Maybe that's a possibility.
I was gonna say maybe because I mean, in North Carolina's defense, there is a strong history of ticket splitting.
Yeah, that's the thing with North Carolina. That is the one thing that they may just ride with Robinson because you can't take his name off the ballot technically. Well, you can, but it's not officially. But all right, and Bruce for 5. I wish people would stop doing about aggregate polls that have inclusion of unrealistic outlier polls such as the Quinnipiac poll. Well, yeah.
Hold on. Max Nordau, the neurotic freak, just said, These Mark Robinson allegations make only one thing perfectly clear. Kari Lake should withdraw from the Arizona Senate race.
What?
And they're not even looking to lead. Oh. Honestly, I think we have a better chance. Honestly, Kari Lake is a better shot at winning.
Yeah, I think Robinson, like, this is the only pathway I can see forward for Robinson. He needs a miracle. He needs some kind of Hail Mary at this point. Like, what?
Trump needs to win North Carolina by at least like 50.
I'm saying 5. He has to win it by 5 at the bare minimum. And I don't know if that's even enough. All right, Princess Rider for 2. BRB I just got a call to a meeting by the chairman. Yeah, so for those that don't know, Princess Rider actually works for the North Carolina GOP. So.
A meeting. Oh, a meeting, hey? Oh boy.
Yeah.
Does Homie have a Twitter?
I think so. I believe so.
Princess Rider, drop your handle in the chat for us.
Yeah.
Everyone you deserve to get some followers.
Yeah, Caleb Arbor for 5. Is Gen Z more conservative than the Sun Belt or this Rust Belt? I think it depends.
I'd say economically, the Rust Belt, socially, the Sun Belt.
I agree with that.
So
But that's just the general demographic trends. That's not really going to change generation by generation.
Yeah. Sophia Lotkiss for 2. This is worse than John Edwards. Yeah, if this is confirmed, yeah, it's way worse. American Nerd for 5. Rap, who the hell does the North Carolina GOP replace Robinson if they do replace it? Pat McCrory, Tom Tilton? No, not those two assholes will lose by even more. But
Pat McCrory, I'm pretty sure, is voting for Kamala Harris.
yeah, it would be someone like Mark Walker, I think.
Walker, or I mean, Wetterman's probably just going to stay the LG nominee.
Who's the guy that took second in the primary?
Dale Folwell, I think.
Yeah, it could be, but I think it would be like Mark Walker because I don't know. It seems like he's liked within the North Carolina GOP. He just can't win a statewide race, primary-wise. I don't know why, but he just can't get past the hump.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not really sure if I want to risk just like a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, I know, because Mark Walker's like a good guy. I don't know. Superior Carolina for 2. I would take Pat McCrory over Robinson. No, Pat McCrory would be a disaster now. He's lost his freaking...
I mean, honestly, if you want a sacrificial...
Mark Walker is the best choice.
What? What do you say?
Mark Walker, probably.
I think he's the best option, but can they rally around him in time?
Honestly, if we're gonna lose it
anyway,
anyway,
but he'd lose by like 3 instead of like.
If we're gonna lose anyways, you may as well just put up McCroy. Like, what else do you have to lose?
No, because frickin' he would help. He'd be like, "Oh, vote for Harris," or some shit like that.
Yeah, I guess that probably would be an issue. But
Hamster Eater for 2. Lakewood win. Let's see here. Lakewood win if she got rid of that lesbian haircut. Oh God, thanks super chat. All right.
Oh, we gotta run that. Who is the senator who voted to impeach Trump but is back on the Trump train now? Burr.
Oh yeah, Richard Burr.
Burr, I guess?
Yeah, he supports Trump now. What a unfreaking... That guy's
Yeah,
absolute
he
hack.
apologized for voting to impeach.
My gosh. But yeah, so this whole situation with Mark Robinson, if you're the GOP in North Carolina, how do you, like, if you stick with Robinson, like, let's say it's just too late, they're going to stick with Robinson. How do you pull this, how do you pull off an upset at this point? Is there anything that they can do?
probably not. Or I mean, they can probably do some digging and really try to prove it's fake, but that's...
There's one or two things I could see help. This could backfire, or this could help Robinson. Or not that this would help Robinson, but, like, there's one or two ways he could get
mitigate losses.
What?
Mitigate losses.
Yeah. The first thing is prove these are fake.
I mean, like, there does seem to be some circumstantial evidence that it could be fake. So
yeah, that's the thing. There's some suspicious stuff about it.
It looks
Robinson's already declining it. I mean, he's already... but that's just...
I know, but the North Carolina GOP,
that's
they don't
just
piss
like
around.
The first thing. That's just kind of like the first instinct that you just say they're not real, and
or there's a second option. If you can prove that Josh Stein abused his powers as Attorney General, they find this stuff. I mean, that could be only options.
Yeah, but even then, it still proves the fact that they exist.
Yeah.
So,
but like even then, it's like if you could just, I don't know. American Nerd for 5. Isn't Mark Walker running for re-election in the House? So he lost the primary. What was the guy that ran in 2020? Dan Force or something? Force is not gonna run. It would be like Walker or something. Princess Rider for 2. Weatherman is here at the meeting. Oh boy, Weatherman's there.
Oh,
Do they
wow.
switch it up with Weatherman?
That could be interesting, but then again, I
Who's the
mean,
lieutenant governor candidate then?
I don't know. That's the issue because they're both. I mean, the ballots are finalized, so
So
that's
how would
kinda-
you do that? Like, if let's say they promote Weatherman to the governorship.
or maybe they just. I mean, maybe they make Wetterman the nominee, and then they just give lieutenant governor to Democrats. Like,
No, they give lieutenant governor back to Robinson.
I guess they could, but
That would be such a clusterfuck to think, like, wait, Robinson's. Oh, wait a minute. Can you imagine a scenario where you have someone that's voting and, like, Robinson's still on the name for the governorship and then Weatherman's still the guy for the lieutenant governorship? It's completely.
so then
flipped.
you vote for Stein, but then you vote for Wetterman, which then basically means that you're voting for Stein and Robinson
Yeah.
again.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how could, like, don't, like, if you could withdraw now, can't they change the ballots or something? Or what are they supposed to do?
I mean, ballots take a long time to process, especially when there's like 10 million
know,
that
but
they have to process.
The problem, but what I'm saying is, like, if you have to change the name or something, how would you do that?
I don't know, push early voting back to like mid-October
No,
when it
that's
probably
not gonna happen. They already did it once. That was a once in a.
I mean, mid-October is when it should be to begin with, but that's beside the point.
JR Vate for 10. Red Eagle Politics has a perfect response to the guy who keeps going on about how white suburban women will cost Trump the election. You've never spoken to a woman in your life. Well, no, I can understand the complaint that, you know, Taylor Swift people will just vote for Harris because she said so, but anyways.
Well, I mean, Swifties are brain dead,
Oh,
so.
yeah. Superior Carolina for 5. Conspiracy theory. Weatherman saw this coming, and that's why his campaign kept stalling to send me his campaign signs. Real. That is the realest thing I've heard in a while. It was a conspiracy by Weatherman.
Wow, the weathermen control the weather.
Oh, God. But yeah, so should we actually talk about what Robinson was alleged to do? Because we can't.
I mean,
I don't know if you demonetized or not.
Yeah,
don't we?
okay, let's just be very careful. We can't. There's certain things we can't say. We're not gonna.
He like
he was active on P-word site, and he was also trying to cheat on his wife.
Yeah, so I want to be clear about one.
He cheated on his wife with his
his
wife.
Allegedly.
Yeah, he allegedly cheated on his wife's sister, which just, my God.
He also has a knack for bodily excrements.
Yeah, but point is, like, okay, the problem isn't that he watched porn or whatever. That's not really the problem here.
Actually, it is Never Goon.
Well, what I'm saying is, like,
Never Goon.
again, it's bad enough, but, like, I don't think people would care that much if this was a story. It's just like, oh, he watched porn 30 years ago. That doesn't matter to people. I think it's a problem where it's like, oh yeah, he had an affair with his wife's sister. You know, that's why I think people are like, what the hell? Allegedly. That's not good.
I mean, my big question is, does his wife actually know about this?
Real text, your mic's, we're kind of having a hard time hearing you.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, alright, yeah, the big question, can you all hear me?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, the big question is, does his wife actually know about this?
Well, apparently they were doing things with each other. I don't know. There's no way to...
Okay.
I don't know. This is bad.
I mean, I would hope that he repented.
But like,
If he did, regard his relationship with God is not ours to know nor judge. But what we can judge and determine the damage of is, what the fuck are you doing?
yeah, and he would say some weird stuff about, like, trans stuff like that. That was also.
There was also a
Now you have all these dysgenic freaks on Twitter with the fucking Rainbow Brigade flags and their username say, "Oh, all conservatives secretly jerk it to tranny."
Stop.
Or,
All right.
I think there's another scandal where he like peeked into a girl's locker room.
when he was 14 years old. No one's
Yeah,
gonna-
I mean, yeah, it's bad, but he was 14. Like, that's not
Yeah,
really.
that's not what people are going to be talking about. Far from it. That's like the fifth thing people are talking about.
Yeah, he looked at a girl's locker room in 1982.
Anyways, Let's see here. Well, at least we know that we will win something. Oh God, he will win something. Gooner of the Year. My God,
Huh?
it's bad. Like, unironically, and I can't show the whole article because there's some really, even the article that's censored. There's some bad stuff in that, but this dude is. We were talking before the stream. He is Uncle Ruckus. He is a real life version of Uncle Ruckus.
He's Uncle Ruckus if he was a turbo.
Oh yeah,
man.
that's getting into the whole other side of the scandal. Basically, his ruckus. Like, that's basically getting into the other part of the scandal, which is basically his Uncle Ruckus, like his actual like.
Yeah, he
views
posted
on-
some other stuff. Yeah, we can't say that. What he posted, but like
his views on reinstating S word.
Well, he had some interesting opinions on slavery. That's all I could say. But I mean, good. The guy was just. I mean, it's one thing if he was like an edgy teenager that said this. He's a grown man saying this stuff.
I checked it out. He would have been 42 or 43.
A 43-year-old man posting this stuff. It's not like
that's literally, dude. That's literally Rufus.
Oh my God, he really is black. He's black.
Rufus
He's Black Rufus.
So now we've got it. We got Asian Rufus, who's normal Rufus. We got Black Rufus. When do we get Hispanic Rufus? When do we get White Rufus?
Hispanic Rufus is probably Nick Fuentes.
Right.
Sorry, Big Nuances, my bad.
Oh, we have super chat. Prince Strider for 2. Dems ran OnlyFans model almost won. Yeah, but that was in like a very Democrat seat. But I get the talking
An
point.
extreme Democrat seat where the Republican had a fundraising advantage.
Yeah.
And a state house seat where it's more local.
Hamster for 2. Homie got buck broken by Brazilian transsexual. Superior Carolina for 2. Isn't it smarter for the media to release this tomorrow? That's one thing kind of like bugs me a little bit. Why did they release this now? Right before the deadline?
Honestly,
You know what I think they're trying to do is what they're trying to do is like do it so Republicans have a chance, and then if they don't remove them, they can be like, see, they had the chance to remove them and they didn't. This shows the GQP. That's probably what they were doing. Is my guess.
that could be.
But like, still, it's a very risky move because if it turns out this is bullshit, I mean.
By the way, speaking of the OF model thing, did y'all see that one woman rally in New York?
The
No,
tent
Yeah, we
has
can't
gotten-
show that. No, we can't.
The tent
has
is
gotten
too big.
It's too big.
American Nerd for 5. What the F is with politicians in the Carolinas? First, Mark Sanford of South Carolina cheating on his wife in Argentina. Then the Madison Carthorne stuff. Now Robinson. No, remember
John Edwards.
John Edwards and Kel Cunningham. Remember that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Democrats lost against Tillis in 2020 because of a sex scandal. So
yeah, you have like, yeah, K-Cup for 2. Uncle Mark Ruckus Robinson, no relation. He is real life Uncle Ruckus. There's no way to. I mean, this is unbelievable. Princess. Oh, hold on. Sophia Lodkis for 2. Republicans have to start extreme vetting. Oh well, I got something to tell you guys. Apparently, and I cannot confirm this, but apparently his opponents and people in the Republican Party, they knew about this for like a year now. Supposedly. Let me pull up the
Which basically means they wanted him to be the nominee and then lose the general.
Let me pull this up. Oh God, who's that guy from Georgia? What's the guy's name? The freaking the hack. What's his name? I can't think of the guy. What the hell?
Chase Oliver.
Christian Walker?
No, that media pundit from Georgia.
Oh, okay. I have no idea.
I'm trying to think, but he posted something where it's like, we actually we knew about this for a while and we sat on it. We find it. Yep, Eric Erickson. Look at this shit. I posted in general. Look at this. This is what he said today. Right here. Republican opposition researchers have had these stories on Mark Robinson during the primary, but they decided to sit on them because they knew Trump would be endorsing. They also knew these allegations would not stop that endorsement. If I'm quick to believe the story from K-Life, it is because I stayed out of the race that haven't heard these stories from Republican opposition researchers a long time ago. This freaking hack. So apparently he knew about this. And he didn't say anything about it. A quick reminder that this same guy is one of those people that say, Trump costs us all these Senate races. He's the reason we lose races. Yet you know there's a bad scandal in Robinson that primary voters should know about, yet you don't drop it? Like, why? I'm being dead serious when I ask, why the hell wouldn't you drop this information? All right.
I guess they just thought it was more useful in the general election.
But this is Eric Erickson, a Republican, in quotation, that asshole from Georgia. So he knew about this, and he did say again. I guarantee you, he was hoping for this to happen. He didn't. He wanted Robinson to lose. That's the reality of it. That's why he sat on this. Unbelievable. This is insane.
I mean, knowing this, I don't want Robinson to win, so...
I know, but, like, he sat on this for, like, he wanted to be like, see, I told you so. Like the prick he is.
Honestly, I have a feeling Tom Tillis is probably going to flat out endorse Stein for
Princess Rider for 2. The decision to drop out is Marks, the chairman. Marcus Canero for 2. Thank you so much, good sir. But yeah, Eric Erickson, he knew about this, apparently, and he said nothing. I just find it ironic, though. It's like, these people, they care so much about electability, but they had an opportunity to...
They don't care about electability.
Yeah,
they
don't.
care about sabotaging Trump.
Yeah, they sabotage Robinson and them. Because if they knew...
Honestly, though, like, I'm gonna be honest, if I lived in North Carolina, I would just vote for Stein, because,
I'd
like...
vote for no one right now.
I'd sit out the governor's race.
No, because we can't have people like this in the party.
Well, we
like,
don't
at
know.
the top.
Again, we don't know for sure. If
Yeah,
this
we
is even
can't
real.
have people like this in the party, but at the same time, we can't allow pro-abortion extremists who are abusing their
I'd still
position.
vote Republican on every other level in the state, so it's not
You
like
might
I'll be
argue
voting
that's
like
not a
Democrat
fucking
down ballot or anything. Like, it's just...
Maryland.
I will mention he already kind of signed his death warrant when he basically flipped on abortion, because he basically went from upholding the state law
No,
to
'cause a
supporting like
friend
a
of A friend of mine pointed this out. The dude ran his entire campaign saying abortion's a genocide, abortion's the Holocaust, and then a day later he makes an ad where he's like, "Oh yeah, we got an abortion." So it just makes him look psychotic. Like that's how that makes it.
Maryland Degati for 2. Does Mark Robinson hurt down ballot in North Carolina? Again, it depends how the actual reaction to this is. If Robinson could find a way to spin this, I don't know how you can, but I don't know. I guess it's possible. We just got to see what happens, folks. The North Carolina GOP just needs to find a trans escort to convince Robinson to drop out. Again, what I think's gonna happen is they're gonna make an ultimatum to Robinson. Either he drops out or they're gonna force him out. That's what I think's gonna happen. They have till midnight. They have till midnight.
Trump needs to get involved at this point. He needs to like fly to North Carolina himself and just like sit Robinson down. I don't care if it's at like the last minute. That's what he's got to do.
American Nerd for 5. And I thought the Biden coup and the Trump attempts were going to be the most exciting things that happened this election. What the F? It just gets crazier.
Oh, it's gonna get worse with Sherrod Brown next month.
Oh God, that's gonna be a mess. What I heard. Well, I
For
don't.
those who don't know,
That video I don't think's real.
It's unsubstantiated rumors, but apparently the Sherrod Brown campaign has access to a video of Bernie Moreno
Doing some very
doing
sus
things
stuff.
with a male prostitute.
Yeah, some very sus stuff. But we don't know for sure. That's from a very questionable source. I mean,
And like I said, we don't know if it's real, but if it is real,
oh my God.
Are they basically planning to release it next month?
All right.
I'll take that as a yes.
Wait, what?
Are they planning on releasing that video next month?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah.
Marcus Canino for 2. Thank you so much, good sir. But yeah, we always with the Sherrod Brown stuff. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's real. You know, when it's a source like that, I don't think so. And by the way, before I forget, you know what's bothering me the most about this whole Mark Robinson situation? You have people like Rufus the dumbass, Rufus the doofus, I should say, who calls himself, he calls himself Rufus the Wise. What does that tell you?
Rufus the Wise.
That's what he calls himself. You can't make this up. But like, he calls himself Rufus the Wise, but he's be like, I told you so. This guy wanted Robinson to lose from the get-go. He never wanted any of the Trump candidates to win. He wanted them to lose because he wanted to be like, oh, I told you so.
yeah, I'm a Republican. I vote for legalizing weed. I'm an atheist. I support abortion and I support gay rights.
Yeah.
He does want to like kill immigrants though, so like that's.
Oh god. Prince is running for 2. We're set to vote on
Completely.
replacement if Mark drops out. I'm curious who the replacement's going to be if that happens. Hudson Dean for 5. Do you think Michael Whatley had a bigger impact on North Carolina GOP than many others realize? Do you think with him gone, North Carolina turns into Virginia or Colorado? No. Whatley's an RNC chair. He's not going to lose North Carolina. He's not going to. He's going to hold that.
He's not going to give up being the chairman to lose the national chairman to just lose governor race. Like
he's gonna cook. Trust Michael Whatley. He knows what he's doing. American Nerd for 2. Damn, this really is an election of our time. This is the most chaotic election ever. There's no doubt about it. Every day it's breaking news. Mark Robinson's gonna get thrown out. Breaking news. Joe Biden got thrown out. What's next? Oh god, why did I say that? Because now the next story's be like, breaking news, Josh Stein is a convicted felon or something crazy like that. But yeah, if this stuff's happening now, what's the October surprise? Like, what's the October surprise now? Does anyone...
There probably won't even be an October surprise.
This election's so crazy, I don't know.
No, just nothing's gonna happen in October.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like
everything it broke a month beforehand. All right, is this another Roy Moore situation? I mean, kind of, I guess, but is it though? Let's see here. Biden endorses Trump. I still have a gut feeling it's related to Biden. I don't think he's gonna endorse Trump, but I don't know. Can you imagine that's what happens at the very end? Like the day before election day, Biden's like, you know what, go vote for Trump. Kamala Harris trying to coup me out of office.
It better not be Taiwan. It better not
think it's gonna be either it's gonna be a foreign policy disaster or something related to Biden. He either dies or like.
Or it might be something with Iran and Israel. Like you could. That's something else.
I guess there could be a war between Israel and
Iran.
Well, Lebanon.
Are you guys ready for the pro-Iran college protest?
Oh, that's a shit show. BB for 2. Is the Moreno story actually real? We don't know. I don't think it is, but
we'll see.
2024's gotten so bad that the naughty guys invasion is now in politics. Yeah. What if the October surprise is China? Yep. It's either a foreign policy disaster or it's like Biden, like dying or something. I don't know. It's gonna be something huge. It's been like absolutely groundbreaking. Even though it's like this election.
I don't know. Something happens, and Harris becomes the incumbent president.
They may coup him out of office. They may force him out. What if that's the thing that they force him out the last second? To say, see, Harris is the president now. You can't do anything about it. I don't know. What is going on with Robinson? What do we even start with?
Everything.
Yeah, let's see here.
Everything is going on with Robinson.
Yeah,
anything you could possibly imagine.
American Nerd for 3. October surprise. Harris supports attempts against Trump. I mean, but now you got Democrats openly saying that C-SPAN.
I could see her slipping up at a rally or something like that.
I could see that too.
Saying, yeah.
We can't say on YouTube, obviously. I could see it where she says something really dumb like that. I mean, look what happened to C-SPAN 2 days ago. Oh, we ought to do something about the Orange Man. And not good.
Well,
yet Secret Services that like investigating Elon Musk, but they're not investigating that guy. Really?
Arrested a guy in Alaska who tried threatening the conservative judges on the court.
Yeah, I love how they phrase it.
Did you guys see that a circuit judge got shot to death by a sheriff? And
yeah, I saw that. What the hell's happening in Kentucky? What are they cooking over there? Like, how? What happened? Is there any like reason for that happening? Anyone know?
I have no idea.
All right, Cherokee Bear for 2. When will Diddy drop the soap? I don't know. Oh God. Mess with the Orange Man and the Trump curse will strike back. That's true.
Real.
Is Diddy gonna endorse in this election?
No. Highly doubt it. be funny, but I don't think so. I think he's
So
well,
he's
his-
gonna pick the candidate he dislikes more and endorses them.
yeah, it'd be something crazy like that. People are saying look at the Texas poll. Oh yeah. So there's a poll
Oh,
from
yeah,
Texas today.
Morning compost. We have
Yeah.
the three finalists for worst pollster of the year is Morning Compost, Big Village, and Activote. We have to have like a
This-
sweepstake.
All red +1.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, they released a new poll. All Red's up in Texas. Yeah,
I think that's the first. I think that's the first poll that has them up. Actually,
and Shelby Brown's up by only 2 in Ohio. By the way, they didn't pull Montana here.
gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder. Where's the Ohio or the Montana poll?
Which, by the way, there is actually one from Montana's first, and
Yeah, Tester's cooked. He's done.
Also, let me just say this: Morning Compost only had Trump down 2 in Pennsylvania, and he's winning Georgia. So I think Georgia's guaranteed win. Pennsylvania is probably going to win. In Arizona, he was only down 1 in Morning Compost, so he's probably winning that too.
You're telling me
Yeah.
that someone at Morning Compost thought this was a good idea to release this poll. Slotkin plus 14 in Michigan. Rosen plus
It's Morning
13.
Compost.
Casey plus unbelievable. That Casey plus 9, I would have believed that a month ago, but not now.
oh yeah, there's a poll that has McCormick tied with Casey.
Actually,
Actually,
actually ahead.
Actually, I think McCormick is leading like barely.
Yeah, it's like 0.1%.
Yeah, but it was still a tie rounded.
Yeah, when you
but
round
yeah,
it's tied. I don't know. I think McCormick's cooking. I think he has a chance. He has a legitimate chance. Not just he may win.
Here's the good thing: he's surging much quicker than Oz was. That's the good thing.
Yeah, it's right before early voting did kind of start.
It's
but-
the funding.
yeah, he's
Well, no,
actually
Oz didn't start surging till like the 3rd week in October.
After the
McCormick
debates.
is surging
After the
in
debates.
mid-September. Yeah. So
But yeah, I think we're looking good in the Senate. I mean, Morning Consult should be ashamed of themselves. I mean, you can't use them anymore. You have to just throw them out. This is ridiculous. I can't believe they really push all red +1, yet they have Brown barely winning. That's unbelievable. Okay, Texas people, how much is Cruz going to win by?
I'd say 6. I'd say 6.
I'd say 7 to 9.
All right, Princess Rider for 2, Hal Force Walker and Laura have been nominated. I gotta see if that's real. Laura Trump?
Laura Trump's a nominee? What the hell?
Okay, it's can someone confirm that?
That doesn't sound right. Was that from
That's from Princess
Oh.
Rider.
wait, what did you say?
Prince Rider said that they nominated 4 possible candidates. Hal Weatherman, Forrest Walker, and Laura Trump. I mean,
I'm voting for Trump and
is that
Trump in
hold
North
up?
Carolina.
Is that their strategy? Like they just put a Trump on the ballot, and they just say
That's actually high key genius.
that might be a smart move. If that's real, I gotta see if that's real or not. Will you delete your channel if Trump loses? No, I won't. If Trump loses, it'd suck, but whatever. BB for 2 and Texas Cruz wins by 6. Trump wins by 8. I agree with that right now. I agree with that. But yeah, if Laura Trump, couldn't they just get rid of her right away? She could just resign or something. So she doesn't actually have to serve.
Yeah, maybe.
That might be a smart move. Make this race a Trump versus Trump versus Josh Stein. Yeah, I think putting Laura Trump that might be genius. Princess Rider for 2. The only one to accept is Weatherman so far. Okay. Again, I want to see if that's real or not, because there's a chance it could be, like, fake, but I don't think it is. Napoleon the Great for 2. How do you feel about the Trump rally in New York? I think that was one of his best rallies in a while. And that's the point of this stream. We were going to talk with New York, but freaking Mark Robinson had to do things.
Mark Robinson had to be a turbo gooner.
Mandoran for 2. What do you think of Florida's Third Amendment? Which one is that? Is that a weed?
Yes.
I'm saying vote no because there's questions about could they restrict it or not, or regulate it. So, we'll just wait and see. We'll wait and see. All right. It will be a secret recording of Kamala treating her employees like crap. That might be it. Also, it turns out Kamala. Well, everyone knows what's her turnover rate, like 95%.
Like Klobuchar, didn't she like always treat her staff like shit? Wasn't that a
Yeah,
whole
that's
thing?
why her career went down the
I think,
toilet.
yeah, Klobuchar, Sheila Jackson Lee, which
Well, she's dead now.
Did you just like didn't like Klobuchar like assault her staff or something
Basically.
like that? It was.
I mean, just like it's insane. But apparently, Harris like her turnover rate's like 90% or something like that. Princess Rider for 5. If you want good news, the uncommitted movement won't endorse Trump. Yeah, Harris. They will not endorse Harris. I should say. Excuse me. American Nerd for 5. Rap. Laura Trump is from North Carolina, right? Because that feels weird to say Trump for North Carolina governor, given that most of them are New Yorkers. Well, yeah, she's from North Carolina. So. Jose for 5. It'll be a video or recording of Kamala treating her employees like garbage. Well, I do know there is a video of Tim Wall. Actually, I should be careful on that one. There's a real bad Tim Walz video out there. That's all I know.
Damn it.
I don't know for sure what it is, but apparently it's a real bad one.
I don't
can't
think
remember.
it's the horse thing. I think
I
the
don't-
horse thing was.
But
Yeah,
that
the
was
horse-
kind of what they
the,
give. That's for the
horse stuff is fake. That we made that up to counter the Van statements.
Yeah, the couch stuff.
Yeah,
Well, I
the
didn't. Someone did.
Well, I know I know who did that, but it's like, anyways.
You know,
Alright,
fight fire. It's called fighting fire with fire.
yeah.
You
Honestly,
put out fake allegations, we do the same.
all right. Honestly, Klobuchar is base for that. Oh God, I will not say that. Hey, Rap, who do you think will run for Georgia governor in 26? The lieutenant governor. What's the guy's name again?
Burt Jones.
Yeah. I hope Burt Jones runs. Not. Oh God, Taylor Greene.
Kemp, I could see Kemp running for Senate, but even then, I also put out. I also said that if Harris wins Georgia, then I think Kemp's career is basically done.
We gotta see what happens. BB for 2. Does Verona actually have the tape? I don't believe they do, but. Hamster Eater for 2. Tim Walz is younger than Maria Salazar. Wait, what? Tim Walz is younger than Salazar?
What?
Someone look fact. There's no way.
Let me look this up.
He probably isn't.
There's no way.
Let me look.
I call fake news. Can someone fact check? Yeah, you're fact checking that?
Yeah,
Oh,
she
Wal-
is. She's
How?
62. Tim Walz is 60.
Oh my, he's aged like shit. Oh my God.
By the way, Walls and Harris are the same age.
Why did he
Like
age
that.
so
Like
bad?
because he's white, I guess. I don't know.
He's white. That's the explanation.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Oh, I love Fort Worth. I love that Texas charm.
Real.
Look.
All right. I can't believe that he's younger than Salazar. That's crazy. That's just like nuts.
Crazy what messing with horses does to a man's
Okay,
age.
just
you know?
stop. Just chill out about that.
Yeah, Tim Walz needs to stop horsing
Stop,
around.
God, stop, please. I beg of you. Let's see here. Robinson might run for Senate. There's no way Robinson runs for Senate.
Robinson's career is fucking done.
There's
It is
no
over.
way.
Everyone thought
Over.
Mastriano was going to run for Senate against Casey.
That
That's
was
real.
fun. Those rumors were fun. You know what? Mastriano, at least he didn't have the scandal. So
At
he
least-
could probably run. He could probably run for a House seat.
Yeah,
Mastriano, at least-
Mastriano's. Yeah, his only issue was that he just did not know how to campaign.
And
Not
no
that
money.
he was like.
All right. Robinson for leader of the Log Cabin Republicans.
Oh God, damn.
Yeah, can you imagine?
That's a good one. That's funny. That's funny.
I can't believe that Mark Robinson like actually said that stuff. That's what boggles me. It's like this isn't just one thing he said.
Rich.
Hey, what's up, Ye?
Oh,
Yes.
gee.
What's your opinion on the Mark Robinson situation?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Do you have any insider information?
Oh God, no, I have nothing.
What do you mean you got no insider information?
I have-
That College Station is like a 15-hour drive from North
I was
Carolina.
gonna say I have no connection to North Carolina.
Mike for 2. Tim ages so bad because his diet is soy plus estrogen. Yeah, it's real.
The only connection I have to North Carolina is that I've been to Oklahoma.
Hudson Dean for 5. Do you think Doug Collins could be a good governor or Georgia governor or senator? What happened to him anyways?
Yeah.
Well, he lost the primary, then he got just banished. I would support him for governor.
Collins would be awesome.
I don't know.
I mean, the primary for Senate's probably going to be Kemp and MTG.
It's MTG versus Kemp. That's what's gonna happen. I hope Kemp just
But,
demolishes her.
You know, if you want Kemp to become governor, you need to make sure Trump wins Georgia, because if Trump doesn't win Georgia, Kemp is screwed. Like, he's completely screwed.
He might cook something there. I don't know. Does he cook?
They better cook something. Otherwise, his relationship with MAGA is going to be gone.
All right. Will Robinson be swapped out with someone else, or will he stay on the ballot?
I don't know yet. We got 6 hours. We got 5 hours to find out.
But yeah, so yeah, what do you think the Republicans should do here?
I mean, let's be honest here. There's no coming back from this. Your best bet is to minimize damage by getting rid of him and putting someone else on the ballot.
My take was someone said Laura Trump on the ticket.
It's that. I think it's was it Mark Walker, as treasurer?
Mark Walker, Dan Forest already lost.
It's gonna be Weatherman, Forrest Walker, or Trump. That's my guess.
I mean, there's also McCroy, but he's voting for Harris. So
he's not getting the nomination. All right, can they delay the North Carolina election? They already did that. Can they do that again? I don't think so. I mean, how much money do they spend on, like, reprinting ballots? That's a serious question. How much money do they spend on that?
Shit, if I know.
American Nerd for 5. Rap, we just went from being in the episode of The Twilight Zone to being in an episode of The Boondock because Robinson being Uncle Ruckus. Yeah, he is literally Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, we also called him the Black Rufus, because that's literally what he is. Like, when you basically look at every single scandal, it's literally Rufus.
He combines Rufus with Uncle Ruckus. That's really what it becomes. It's a meme.
Uncle Rufus, no way, Uncle Rufus.
Uncle Rufus.
Excuse that's a great name. Dude. That's Rufus the wise to you. Okay,
Rufus
that is how he would like.
Rufus the dumbass. That's literally what he is.
Mark Robinson the wise.
Mark Robinson.
Oh look! Oh hey, a Trump sign in Fort Worth. That's all.
W. All right.
Right here in the industrial part of Fort Worth.
Let's see here. Talk about New York now. I mean, we were going to, but then the freaking Robinson.
Yeah, I was actually excited to come on this morning. When this was announced this morning, I was excited to come on to talk about all the polling data we got this morning.
Yeah, we had great news out of New York. We got good polling out of the Midwest. And then Mark Robinson and Morning Consult happened. Just to ruin everyone's day. Yeah.
We should talk about Emerson later, though, because Emerson was pretty good.
Let's see here. My lawyer has advised me to not openly say what I think of Mark Robinson. Talk with Hovde.
He's got a channel.
I'll tell you right off, it's not. It's a nothing burger. That's
something about
you know what it was?
Something about a Mexican.
Like, his bank did a business deal with the bank that once worked with the cartels.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
It's one of those things. It's a he said, she said bullshit. So, all right. Talk about the Hovde scandal.
It's not even a scandal. It's going to be gone with the.
Remember, they tried earlier this year to attack him for the bank stuff. That worked well, didn't it? No.
Oh yeah, didn't they attack him for having like Wisconsin as a losing team?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
that was apparently like
they attacked him for not picking on March Madness. That's how serious these people are.
Like, I mean, I still think Baldwin's favored, but like, come on, that's desperate right there. Like,
I will say though, Hovde is surging, and it is going to be a very tight race. Just looking at it from
I think he has a chance. It's a serious chance.
He has a chance. I just don't know.
He's surging big time. I made a post about this earlier. I might make a whole video on it on my channel. So,
K Cup for 2. Uncle Rufus. Old relations.
Who would you say is more likely to win? Dave McCormick. McCormick, Rogers.
I would have said McCormick. Today I'm going to say Hovde, though.
Rank them in order of who's the most likely, Rogers, McCormick, or Hovde.
I think Hovde.
It's Hovde, McCormick, and then Rogers, which is funny because I would have said completely different order a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
I thought Rogers.
Like Rogers, Hovde, McCormick.
Yeah, but then it seems like McCormick and Hovde have just gotten their act together. So.
Yeah. Prince is writer for 2. Bishop just arrived. Okay, Bishop is there. Bayless for 2, Hovde sweep. I think Hovde can pull it off. I'm a believer. I don't think he's the favorite, but he might be cooking. Now, don't
He
cook
could be the
Robinson yet.
favorite by October. If his polling trends continue, he would be the favorite by October.
Do not cook what Robinson cooked, though. Just don't.
Oh, I don't think we have to worry about anyone else being Robinson levels. Like, this is...
Oh, God, don't. Why did... Let's see here.
I'm so sorry.
Swap out Robinson for Bishop. I mean, Bishop's the Attorney General candidate. I think he can win. So, I don't know. I think it just makes sense.
We need Dan Bishop to win so that he can bring he can bring charges against Stein for all the illegal shit that he just fucking did.
Because the only chance we got at winning North Carolina at this point is to just run a Trump. Just put Lord Trump at the ballot and call it a day.
That feeling when we managed to replace Mark Robinson, but we replace him with Madison Cawthorn.
Can you imagine we end up like, or God, who'd be worse than Robinson? Roy Moore. That's a good one.
Describe a Harris Robinson.
Eggs to North Carolina.
All right, I have a challenge for y'all. Describe a Harris Robinson.
An African American voter.
A DEI person.
All right. Has a Republican ever won the North Carolina Attorney General race? It's been like 130 years or something.
130 years, 1896. Now a Republican has an Attorney General since then, but they were not elected.
Yeah. Hold on. Rap, who's more likely to win? Larry Hogan, Kerry Lake, or Mark Robinson? None of the above.
Kerry Lake, but
None of the above.
No, Larry Hogan. I'm gonna be honest. Larry Hogan's got a better shot than Kerry Lake because the polling's just so inconsistent for that race. Literally anything could happen.
Yes. Dan Rodmeyer. Oh, I remember him. Dan Rodmeyer. That's the guy that ran in Texas like a couple years ago. For those that don't know, he was a grifter candidate.
I think Trump actually at one point said that that Robinson was better than MLK.
All right, Tech 490 for 5. The Robinson thing is a bit overblown, but even if he stays in and loses to Stein, it's probably 10 plus points per like 2 or 4. No, it just gets worse. Each passing minute, they keep dropping more. So
I actually just saw this. This was news from yesterday. A Republican county chair in Arizona has endorsed the Democrats to replace him.
What?
It's a fucking McCain person.
Of course.
Wait, what happened? Oh, what?
Let me open up the article here. It's from The Hill. The Republican chair of the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors in Arizona has endorsed the Democrats to replace him. Oh, that was the guy that got primaried out because he said Biden.
Yeah, that's not too surprising.
So he endorsed the Democrats. Okay, Democrats probably going to win that anyway. I think I kind of saw that coming.
All right.
Yeah, because Republicans ran a Kerry Lake type. Yeah.
True. Can they delay the state election long enough to change the ballot? I don't think they could change the ballots right now.
All right, guys, not going to go.
All right, Teal Texan. What are they going to do? Are they going to like, give the black marker, just black out his name? And like.
And if you live in North Carolina, vote your conscience for governor, but make sure you and Republican down ballot cannot afford to lose the state of North Carolina.
Yeah, we can't lose North Carolina. All right, why is it always Maricopa County? Because Maricopa County sucks. What do you expect politically?
Yeah, Maricopa's just a joke.
I
feel bad
it's
that
in
we
the
have to
name.
win
It's
it.
a cope. It's literally in the name. Do you think Morning Consult will shut down if Trump wins? No, they'll get a paycheck. That's the thing. Like, well, actually, hold on. Can they be wrong for 3 cycles in a row?
Also, we have news. It is now currently too late for the Maine Democrats to remove the split electoral vote thing.
In Maine? Okay. What about Nebraska? Do we have any updates in Nebraska? Because I know they're trying to change that.
Yeah, they're still trying to change in Nebraska. They might be able to force a vote beforehand,
But, like,
and
freaking
it might
Republicans
pass.
that are just spineless cowards. Like, I don't know.
Here's the issue with Nebraska. They don't have parties
I mean,
in
that's
so everyone's an
stupid.
independent.
That's stupid independent.
Yeah,
I
it's
hate
the
that.
stupid. Yeah.
Everyone's independent. Yeah, go away. Just touch grass. All right. How does
So there's literally like communists in the assembly, by the way,
Wait,
because there's no
what?
party. Yeah, there was like one lady who was like a communist, I think.
That's why
Because there's no.
I hate nonpartisan elections. I hate them so much. Like, I can understand, not like, it's one thing to say, like, okay, let's remove the party's name for the ballot, but you should still have to win like the Republican Party or something. Not, oh yeah, it's nonpartisan. No, you're not. You're not nonpartisan. Maybe the GOP was smart for once and waited until Maine couldn't change the system. Well, that's... You're giving too much credit to the GOP. So...
No, guys, Harris is gonna win Maine second, so there's just...
That's... Oh yeah, that's right. She's gonna win Maine second. Don't worry about it. She's gonna totally win Maine second by a landslide. It's gonna be the biggest landslide in American history. That's real.
Yeah, she's gonna do 30 points better with the white working class. The Teamsters poll was rigged by
by the way,
by
like
the
now,
leadership.
Teamsters like the state party that they're endorsing Harris. They got around it. Unfreaking believable.
No, the dumbest thing people keep saying with that is like 100,000 Teamsters in Western
No.
Pennsylvania. It's like, no, just the union that
the
represents them,
bosses.
dude.
And that's what the thing. That's what they did. The National Party was like, "Oh, we
They
can't
think
do
that-
this."
They
But
think just because they're local chapters, it means all the members are too.
it just
It's like,
means
no,
the,
it's not.
The five professional class people that run the union, they just endorsed Harris. That's the reality of it. And unanimous, yeah, bullshit. And now they're saying that the poll is fake. They're now saying that national survey was it's completely fake. You can't make this up. It's just unbelievable. Prince Strider for 2, conference call with Laura coming soon. Will Laura Trump be the nominee? That is an interesting, that's an interesting thing. Nonpartisan just,
Also,
what?
oh, go ahead.
Nonpartisan just lets elected officials lie more efficiently. Nonpartisan isn't a real position. No one is nonpartisan. Exactly. That's why I hate that. Like, you are partisan. Stop pretending, oh, no, I'm nonpartisan. No, you're not. You're a socialist. But go on. What were you going to say? Gigon? Did we lose him?
He's muted.
Okay. You call fakes poll, you call polls
Yeah,
fake.
sorry, I'm back.
Oh, you okay? What are you saying?
Oh no, before I was gonna say I actually did some research and it looked like the main reason the Teamsters president didn't endorse Trump and decided not to endorse anyone was because of Elon Musk being on Trump's team. That was something that I guess really turned him off.
I guess
It's
that
just,
makes sense a little bit, but
Yeah.
let's see here. It feels like Republicans have zero opposition of research going out these races with the F. No, that's actually at the presidential level they got something cooking with Harris and Walz, but we don't know for sure what it is. Apparently, it's really bad. That's all we know. And that's the thing, like, yeah. But outside of that, though, where is the opposition research for Sherrod Brown? They're doing okay on McCormick's cooking against Casey. What about Ruben Gallego? There's so much on the guy. We're not using any of it. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, because Carrie Lake is campaigning in Mexico, so we don't.
Wait, what?
You didn't see she was in CPAC Mexico.
She was.
Didn't see
No,
that?
you're kidding.
Yeah, let me find it. Give me a
She
second.
wasn't in Mexico. No, that's bullshit.
Let me find this.
She wasn't in CPAC Mexico. That's fake.
No,
She was in Texas. I
Give me
know
one.
that, but there's no way.
no. Okay. Here, I'll post it in general.
I refuse to accept. I refuse to accept it. She actually went to. She went to CPAC Mexico. Unbelievable. What the hell? It's not like, it was in the middle of 2023. This is 2024. And you're in Mexico for CPAC. Unbelievable. I have no words. I have no words about this.
She's literally just allergic to campaigning in the state she's running in. Like, she'll literally go to a foreign country
She
before
went
she
to
goes
Texas
to
for a football game to root for Texas A&M. Like, what?
The one time I don't want anyone associating with the Aggies.
Wasn't she gonna try to get a job teaching there or something? What was that?
Well, apparently she's gonna move to Texas. I think if she loses, she'll move to Texas.
Oh, dude, there's gonna be an inevitable loop. She's gonna run for governor again. Then she's gonna run
and
for
then
Senate. in
Senate, and then
2024.
governor again. It just keeps going every year.
Yeah,
And that's gonna piss me off because the problem is
You aren't prepared for lakeception, dude. It's gonna keep happening.
She's gonna keep running and she's gonna keep getting 55% of the primary vote. That's what's gonna keep happening. The only way to stop this is if Trump gets involved. But even then, I don't think it's enough for him to stop her. American Nerd for 5. If they do pick a new nominee and they can't take Robinson's name off the ballot, does that mean that the North Carolina GOP has a run and writing campaign? Well, I don't know. Like, that's where it becomes a big issue where do you just remove her name? Or his name? I don't know. Just, like, color it out? Who knows?
Leave Stein uncontested at this point and, like, endorse the Constitution Party. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Well, you could... Wait, hold up. What if in a 4D chess move they endorse the Green Party?
The Green Party.
Like, hear me out. What if they make a deal with the Green Party to screw Harris to the presidential level, but in return they help them in North Carolina?
Well, no, because if people saw that they did a deal with the Green Party, like, no one would vote for the Green Party.
I would laugh hysterically. I want that to happen. But no, do a backroom deal and then announce it like 5 months after the fact. So they don't know what happened. And give them like $10 million or whatever. Legally, of course. Prince Rider for 5. I received confirmation that the Ashley Madison account is indeed Mark's. The chairman. Oh, he's done. That seals it. That's real. He wanted to have an affair with his wife. That seals it. I'm sorry, you can't keep that. Listen, I supported Mark Robinson from the start because
conservative Hunter Biden, right there.
Conservative Hunter Biden, but like I want to explain.
Yeah, he had one of those Ashley Madison accounts, I know. So
I want to be clear about one thing. I supported Mark Robinson at the start because I thought that the worst of the scandals were already done. I thought they revealed everything already. That's why I supported him. But if this released during the primary, I would have supported, like, Walker or something. Anyone else. The thing is, no, I don't think anyone predicted this bad of stuff. Everyone just thought, oh, it's going to be, like, the recycled, the statement he made 30 years ago. No, it's actually, this is bad. It is officially over. I will not endorse Stein, but I don't think I can say you should vote for Robinson. I vote for every other Republican, but I cannot say in good faith you should vote for Robinson.
I'd say vote Stein for the moment.
Don't
if
vote
he
Stein.
steps down, vote for the Republican, though, 10 out of 10.
Do not vote Stein. But right now, I would say vote for every other Republican, but I don't think you should vote for Robinson. I mean, you can't really defend this. It's not fake. It's apparently real. And it sucks because Mark Robinson... the crazy thing is, if he never had this stuff, like actual scandal, he had such a high potential to be such a big name within the GOP. He had potential. But now it's like, he's done.
that's why you should never goon.
Oh gosh. Again,
That's
like,
simple.
listen, it's one thing if this was 30 years ago, but this was when he was a grown man. And he was saying all this crap just a couple years ago. That's
Well, he was married, by the way.
Yes.
Like, let's.
So here's what I think what should happen. Robinson should step down, and they put in like Leatherman or Laura Trump. That's what I'm thinking. If Stein wins, Republicans should impeach him immediately for election interference with Robinson's campaign. You could do that, but you have to keep it super... Well, okay, what do you need to impeach someone in North Carolina? Is it just 2/3? Could someone look that up?
I think if he drops out of the race, they're just gonna get him to leave the lieutenant governor's office.
No, impeach Stein when he becomes governor.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
It
Like,
would be interesting, though. Let's see here. Trump for governor and president. That's the only thing that might actually save them for the governorship. Just have Laura Trump's name on the ballot. You could just say she's going to resign right away. And then you're voting
vote
for
Trump in North Carolina.
Vote for Trump for governor. People are saying supermajority. Yeah, I mean, go ahead. I mean, that might be the play. North Carolina's GOP, they don't piss around. They're the type of state party to do crap like that. I mean, they are.
Yeah, which makes me wonder how they managed to let Robinson get this far. Which it's given me big doubts about the
We don't know.
NCGOP. I wonder if since Watley left to become national chairman, if they've gotten weaker leadership in the state.
Maybe, but still, a lot of the same people are still there.
Yeah, but still, they should have seen this stuff with Robinson. Like they all should have high access to this stuff.
Let's see here. Election interference. It's called opposition research. No, what Stein's abusing his power as Attorney General. That's the problem here. We know that. The whole daycare stuff, he literally did that. Oh, we accidentally leaked documents to the press. Like, that's what happened. But, yeah, impeach everyone I dislike. Yeah.
Impeach Rap from his own YouTube channel. Give me total control.
That's real.
Well, also, is the government really going to shut down again, or is that
don't know.
going to be averted?
All right. I think we're going to end the stream here. If anyone got more super chats and more questions, concerns, comments, begin sending them now. Last calls for super chats, folks. Last calls for super chats, folks.
Is the fear of a government shutdown just going to become a normal thing now? Just
Well,
like an every year thing?
All they have to do is just, I don't know, something. All right, Stein did this before. Look up Jim O'Neill. I wouldn't be shocked. Wait, what about New York? We're gonna how about we save that for tomorrow? You know, let's do that video on that tomorrow, or stream. Yeah. So this is kind of a crappy day because this kind of sealed it for Robinson. I mean, at this point, he can only hope for a miracle. I mean, he's not gonna win, but.
I don't think it was the worst day because I'm gonna be honest. I never really cared about the governor race in North Carolina, to be honest.
This could help. This could hurt us badly, like down ballot. That's what I'm worried about. And you want to keep
the
North
polling
Carolina.
for Trump though has been very good today, and the Rust Belt polling has also been very good. So that's what I'm trying to take out of today.
Okay. Let's see here. Never Goon for 2. Or Freddy Fazbear for 2. Never Goon. That's real. How do we know the... Oh, I'm not going to read that. Which pollster do you hate the most? Probably Morning Consult at this point.
Compost. It's morning compost.
Yeah, Compost. Excuse me. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Will you do an emergency stream if Robert's replaced? No.
I might. We'll see on my channel.
Hope you rename the stream wrap. No. Listen. Well, we might. I don't know. We probably will. Stay on until
all I can see is we're gonna see a safe D North Carolina.
Well, I'm gonna. What if Mark Robinson wins? Like that's the cursed timeline. He actually like his numbers go up after this. Can you just imagine that actually happens?
It just shows that North Carolina is a schizophrenic state. Somehow.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, North Carolina's schizophrenic even by American standards.
It is. All right.
Wasn't there that poll in like July that had Mark Robinson outrunning Trump or something?
Yeah, I remember that. And which people are gonna memory hole. I mean, Robinson was winning according to the polls. People are gonna forget about that, but. All right. Princess Rider for 5. Interesting. This came out when Harris admitted her campaign was North Carolina or bust. That's another thing. I mean, they're banking on North Carolina. That's what I'm starting to wonder.
Yeah, it seems like Georgia's cooked for them, Arizona's cooked, so they
admitted to CNN. We're not looking good in Pennsylvania. We're getting crushed there. All right, I think we're gonna end the stream here, guys. It's one of those situations where we don't know what's gonna happen with Robinson. I think he's gonna get thrown out at the end of the day. We'll know in a couple hours, but I'm intrigued. Does Robinson stay in? I'm 50-50. But alright, we'll see you guys in the next stream, video, wherever you see me in. Godspeed to all of you. Actually, before I forget, Gagnon, people are asking what your channel name is.
Oh, it's just Luke J. You know what? Just I don't know. Luke J. Gagnon, just LUC J space J and then Gagnon.
Okay.
Okay, with a dot. It's the same as my Twitter. If you guys know me on Twitter, the channel name is linked in the website section.
Right.
So
Maryland Degati for 2. Will Trump lose North Carolina? No, I that's not gonna happen. But all right.
Also, the @ is Lake Politics YT.
That's what the ad is. So I forgot YouTube has ads now. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's the ad. It's a lot easier.
All right, we'll see you
So-
guys in the next stream video wherever you see me in. Godspeed to all of you.
Right.
What? What?